It's very weird today.
How weird is it?
Well, from what the women tell me, it's just dealing with men that are, they say like the men are very feminine and they don't want to step up and be men. A lot of men, some of them are hobo sexuals.
Hobo?
Yeah, like they're looking for places to live, trying to mooch off of women. Because, you have a lot of women that are more successful than guys these days. So you have a lot of guys that might go after women that are successful to get their money or get somewhere to stay and things like that. Or they're asking them to go 50-50 and all this crazy stuff. Well, a lot of women just want a traditional relationship. They want a man that's a provider, a leader, a man that has integrity, and somebody that they can feel confident being with that's going to lead them to wherever they want to go. And a lot of them don't feel like that's out there right now.
Welcome to the Rich and Unemployed podcast, Uncut. I'm your host, Jonathan Dupaton, a.k.a. Finesse. And before we get started, listen, go ahead and check out the Patreon, www.patreon.com/richunemployed. Check out the website for the merch, richunemployed.net. And let's go ahead and get started. I think I got a legend in the building. Legendary. Introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. I'm Shaneka Adams. Nice to meet you all.
Shaneka Adams. Your name like ring bells.
Yeah, I've been in the city for a long time. I have.
Have you been in the city or you been on the scene?
City and scene.
So
I'm not so much on the scene anymore, but I used to be like a it girl, I guess you could say.
Used to be?
Yeah.
So you're not the it girl no more?
I feel like I've transitioned from that to more of a businesswoman, kind of more private and exclusive now.
Okay, for the people that don't know who you are, let's give a proper introduction of who you used to be, who you are, what you're known for.
So yeah, I used to be like a very popular video model. I've done music videos with a lot of artists. I've done like TV, a lot of magazines. That was really my thing, like print modeling. Like I've done the cover of King magazine, Black Men's, Smooth magazine was another popular one. All that stuff. So I was really heavy into a lot of that. So that's kind of where my name grew on that scene. Yeah.
How was that life?
I enjoyed it. I started doing that when I was like 18. It was fun. I got to travel all over the world, made a lot of money, met a lot of great people. But it just wasn't fulfilling after a point in time. Wanted something different. But it was fun while it lasted.
How long did it last?
Oh, God. So I did that, I'll say from like 18 to 26. 18 to 26.
I looked up your age.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't look up your age. It just popped up. I know how old you are.
We don't never tell our age, though.
It's on Google.
Don't tell people that. No, I'm just kidding.
We the same.
I'm proud of it, yeah. Yeah, I feel like I've grown into a wonderful woman. I love it. And we should embrace our age. So we all got an age, so that's cool.
Okay, so what caused or started or made you want to be this businesswoman or get in transition over?
Well, the lifetime of a video model is kind of short-lived. Back then, I feel like I was a part of an end of an era where girls were actually getting paid to be in videos and to do the magazines and things like that. That is long gone. So, now you have all these other avenues, and it just wasn't for me. And I just wanted more longevity and stability in my life. And I just wanted to take life more serious.
Yeah.
And get away from the fast life and partying and all of that stuff and really just transition my life into a better place. Yeah.
Do you feel like, well, not do you feel like, does your name have a stain?
And staying like...
Like, because when you hear your name, when I heard Shaneka Adams, all I thought was like video vixen and rapper girlfriend.
I've never been a rapper girlfriend.
Never dated rappers?
Never.
NBA players?
Never.
Anybody in the industry?
Never.
How come?
I was in a relationship
The whole time?
for 6 years. Yeah. I knew a lot of people. I hung around a lot of people, took pictures with a lot of people and stuff like that. And there's been lots of rumors, but no.
What were the rumors?
Well, I don't want to put nobody's names out there. You know, you can Google it and see that stuff, but none of that is true.
None of it.
No.
Okay.
You know, media takeout was like a huge part of that, and I hated it because you could take a picture with somebody and then it's like, oh, you're dating them or oh, you're sleeping with them. And that was never the case. When you're in that industry, you're around those people. You're taking pictures with them, you're doing videos with them. So it's like, no, I wasn't dating any of those people.
So they tried you, of course.
Oh, of course, guys are going to try,
You
but
said, I got a boyfriend.
yeah, not interested.
No amount of money could have
No.
swayed you. Okay, so 6-year relationship. Did he ever have a problem? Did he ever feel?
No, actually, like he encouraged me to get out there, put myself out there, make connections and things like that. But no, he wasn't insecure.
So what happened to the relationship?
We just grew apart. I was very young when we got together, and by the time I turned 25, I just wanted something different, and he didn't. So we just decided to end the relationship.
What you wanted different?
I wanted more stability, marriage, kids.
Oh, he wasn't ready.
No,
Was he your age?
older, much older.
Much older.
Well, not much older, but when we met, I was 19 and he was closer to 30 or so.
That's not bad.
He was older. And he was a big part of a lot of the things that happened, so I appreciate him for that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Why you ask that question? What have you heard?
I haven't heard. I don't know anything about you.
Good. Okay.
I just the name just associates with just the model video
Yeah.
girl. That's all I know.
Good.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I used to do that. It was a good time. I enjoyed it. Made a lot of money. I was able to take the popularity from that and transition it into reputable businesses. So I'm happy about that.
Let's get into it. So, what do you do now? You're a coach?
I am a dating coach.
Dating coach.
I am a dating coach for women. Restoring healthy mindsets is my thing. That's what I do. I also have a clothing brand, After 7. I have a hair company. That was my first business, S. Adams Collection. I've been doing that since 2016. And I have my hands in a lot of other things. You know, it's great. Life's good. Can't complain.
What makes you feel that you could be a dating coach?
Because I have experience.
In dating?
I do.
I got experience in dating.
I do.
Me. I'm saying me.
Okay.
So I can
So
be a
you can give your advice to people if you choose.
Okay. So your advice is just your opinion. Like, let me just...
My opinions and, you know, also my expertise in doing that research. And just a lot of it is just personal experience. Because my blog that I have, Simply Sheneka, by the way, it started just as something fun. And then it started to grow. I was like, oh, let me take this serious. People are listening to me. And people are taking this advice. And it's changing their lives, they say. So I took it very serious and started coaching women. I've had quite a few women actually level up their lives, turn their lives around. A few women have gotten married. Things are great.
I always say that I can't be a dating coach. I don't want to be a dating coach.
Why not?
I mean, I feel like I can give advice to guys, but when I'm on the internet and I'm talking about women, people hit me up in my DMs like, yo, bro, like, I got this girl or this. Like, they hit me with, like, different scenarios. And I'm like, listen,
Yeah.
that's not what I want to do. You could just listen to what I say in my clips, but I don't want to be that person.
Right. And I get the same thing. So that's why they have to book a girl chat call with me. I don't answer DMs asking questions or scenarios. You got to book a call if you want to do that. My time is not for free. It's very valuable.
So, okay, what type of women do you get?
What type?
Yes.
All types. All types. I welcome all types of women. I don't discriminate. You know, a lot of women want to change their lives around, and they like my advice because it's relatable. I'm not trying to, you know, appease everybody. I just want to focus on people that are like-minded. So I do get a lot of girls that were video models, video vixens, and, you know, different things like that. So It's kind of like-minded advice, and that's cool. I know my lane, and that's what I stick to.
So every girl is different when it
Hmm.
comes to advice. You don't just have this one kind of um, teaching method. Like,
No, every person is different because the situations are different.
mm-hmm,
Sometimes, you have girls that are not video models
mm-hmm.
and they come from a different world, but they still have the same issues with dating. I feel like a lot of women do, especially today. Dating is weird. It's very, it's very weird today.
How weird is it?
Well, from what the women tell me, it's just dealing with men that are, they say like the men are very feminine and they don't want to step up and be men. A lot of men, some of them are hobo sexuals.
Hobo?
Yeah, like they're looking for places to live, trying to mooch off of women. Because, you have a lot of women that are more successful than guys these days. So you have a lot of guys that might go after women that are successful to get their money or get somewhere to stay and things like that. Or they're asking them to go 50-50 and all this crazy stuff. Well, a lot of women just want a traditional relationship. They want a man that's a provider, a leader, a man that has integrity, and somebody that they can feel confident being with that's going to lead them to wherever they want to go. And a lot of them don't feel like that's out there right now. Yeah.
First thing you said
Hmm.
was women feel like men are feminine.
Yes.
Let's get into that.
Yes.
Because I get a lot of that, right?
Hmm.
And like from my clips that I post, like I say that, oh, women need to pay for my dates.
You say that.
I said that, yeah. I said that. I said I don't chase women. Women. I don't think I said women need to chase me. I just said I don't chase women.
Yeah.
And so they kind of like equate that to like, oh well, if women are not chasing me, that means if I'm not chasing women, then women are chasing me, which is not the case. It's which is kind of, but it's not. So,
What is it?
well,
Just say it.
I gotta say on the internet. So, I mean, I just feel like I'm a different type of guy, right?
Okay.
Um, I'm I'm sought after. Is that the right word? Sought after.
Hmm.
People, they
A lot
want
of
me.
women want you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So my thing is, I'm not looking to date right now,
All right.
and when women approach me, I could kind of like like brush them off, but with so many coming around, like I can't brush all of them off, like especially the way they're looking these days. So the ones that I do let in my life, I feel like I'm doing too much.
Like what? What do you mean?
Like, okay, let's just say, okay, I got 10 women that I deal with.
You do.
No.
Okay, you're saying let's just
For an
say
example.
you do. Okay. All right.
Now, they all want my attention.
Right.
They all want time. They want to go out. They want to do different things. They want stuff. And it's like, damn, but y'all want me. I never came to you, right? You approached me and you opened the door for it.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I opened it. I mean, I walked in, but I feel like, okay, the example that I made on the internet was like, okay, well, I'm going on dates 3-4 times out the week, $300-$400 dates because I like fine dining. And at the end of the week, I looked at my bills like $3,000,
Right.
and I do this every week. I just spent 10 grand over the last month on women that want me.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that I don't want them,
Right.
but they're more so doing the pulling.
Well, you gotta understand, like, with women, it's naturally ingrained in us to seek out the most desirable man.
Hmm.
Whether it's looks, whether it be sex, whether it be money, power, control, notoriety, that's naturally ingrained in us. So it's not a lot of men around that are quote unquote that alpha masculine man. It's
Hmm.
not. So of course you're gonna get a lot of women that come after you. It happens a lot.
Right.
So that's not a bad thing, but I guess you gotta be selective in who you wanna date.
I am selective.
Yeah. But I mean, taking women out on dates, I feel like, you know, spending $300-$400. I mean, I don't know. I really don't like those types of things. For me, it's just like I don't really think about stuff like that. It's never really a conversation because if I'm going out on a date, it's just we're just having fun. It's never really a conversation about like, oh, money and things like that. We're just having a good time. If you're dating a whole bunch of other people, then that's on you. But You know, if you can't afford to do it, then don't do it. That's how I feel. Like,
That's true.
you know,
Don't hold back on me. I want you
yeah,
to
like
give it to me straight raw.
don't do it if you can't afford to do it.
Not saying that I can't afford it, because I can afford it.
Yeah, not you in particular. Just, you know, in general, sometimes guys might be like, "Oh, it's too expensive." Well, yeah, don't do it, or take them on different dates. You don't always have to go on a dinner date or something. You can do different types
My
of
house.
things. That's not a date.
You're spending quality time.
It is, but it depends on at what stage you are in that process. Like, I'm not coming to a guy's house on a first date. That's not a date to me.
Here's the thing, right?
Not.
This is how I do it.
Okay.
No, I don't try to do it intentionally. So I'll say that.
Okay.
So I be so busy, right?
Okay.
And I kind of give girls a runaround, not purposely, but I really do be busy. Like, well, I can't chill tonight. Well, I can't go out tonight, or I don't respond. I don't pick up the phone. And then when they finally have the opportunity to like be around me, they don't care what it is, date, my house, whatever.
They just want to be around
They
you.
just want to be around. And I be trying to teach guys that, like, okay, well, if you work on yourself, right? If you become like, if you level up in life, and you know, women are after you, like, you don't have to do what the other what is it, the other 90% of men, or the 99% of men. You don't
Right.
have to. Like, I'm not in that 99%. Like, I don't
Right.
do what these guys do. Well, I don't have to. Like, I don't gotta go on
So
dates.
what do other guys do that you don't do?
One, I don't approach women.
You let them approach you.
No. What I mean by that is, because when I say that, people get so confused. Like, what do you mean you're not
Right,
approaching
what do you
women?
mean?
I mean that, okay, let's say I go out to the club, dinner, whatever. I'm not just, if I see you in there and like, damn, you look good, I'm gonna approach you. Like, not saying I don't ever do it,
Yeah.
but the likeliness of that happening is slim to none. I don't need to approach you, because once I approach you, now I have to do most of the work. Hear me out, because
All right, I'm listening.
I have to, okay, I get your number. Now, okay, boom, this is Jonathan. What's your name? How you doing? Asking all these questions. When can I see you? It's that type of situation. When I really needed to be focused on the grind, the mission,
Right.
my purpose. So I kind of let women come to me, not approach me, but they're gonna fall in my lap, because when you on your purpose, when you that high level guy, they come around, they attract
Yeah,
to you.
it's like I said, women are going to naturally gravitate towards certain type of guys.
And I'm that type of guy.
Right.
Right. So one, I don't approach women. I just, if women come, they come. But if they don't, oh well.
Oh well.
Eventually they'll come though, because I know I look good. I know I got shit going on. Like, they're out there. And then two, sex doesn't control me.
Right. Well, that's a good thing. A lot of guys should try to control their sexual urges. I agree with that.
Because women control men with sex. And if you can't persuade me with sex, then it fucks women up mentally.
Yes. It does, because most guys are very sexual, and that's what they're after. They're chasing after that. That's why they will take you on a date and spend money and buy you gifts and stuff. Initially, that's what they're trying to do.
It's all about sex.
It is. It's the chase of getting sex.
Right. And you might think that I like you just because I got all this money and I'm buying you a $3,000-$4,000 bag, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000
Yeah.
bag.
Women shouldn't think that a guy likes them because he'll do that. They shouldn't. It's more so about the chemistry and the respect and different things like that. What is it to buy a girl a bag? Plenty of guys can do that. Guys that trick off, per se, do stuff like that all the time. So it doesn't mean that he likes you. It's just, this is what, here you go to get what I want or whatever. It's like, it's nothing special.
Right. As soon as they get the pussy the first time or the second time, it's kind of like, I know the episode is getting really good. Before we dive any deeper, I need to get into the sponsor for today's episode. Being an entrepreneur, creating and maintaining a business is tough. We all know this. There's 1,000 other people that's grinding just like you. What I'm getting at is you don't have to do this alone. Did you know that there's a morning call every day, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern? It's called the Morning Meetup, made for you. It's created by David Shands, the top entrepreneur who built multi-million-dollar businesses. Yes, you heard this correctly. This is a group made by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs. Do you feel stuck? That means you need to get into the room with high-level entrepreneurs. Get in the room. Basically, if you're tired of holding your own weight in this entrepreneurship, you need to join www.themorningmeetup.com. Join, connect, grow. I'll see you guys there. It's back to the episode.
Because there's nothing different. It's
Right.
like a lot of women are the same. You buy them a purse and then you can get access to them. So what really is different? Appease my mind, not my
Right.
pockets, and not my sex, you know? So I totally understand that. I do. You know, so if you're not dating, then what is it? Just having friends?
It's
like,
not that I just have friends that
right,
I'm just cool with.
right.
And that if I fuck with you, then I will treat you nice. But I wouldn't just say we're dating
Right.
because I don't like that term.
You don't like titles.
I just don't like that term.
Okay.
Because I'm on a mission. That's the only way I
You
can put it.
focused.
Like I'm focused.
You're
And
focused.
once you put titles in, like women just not comfortable with the word dating because at
You
some
want
point,
more.
they're gonna want more. Like, okay, what is this? You gonna be my girlfriend or what? Like what?
Right.
And if I don't give them that, then arguments, attitudes, and then you're gonna find you the next nigga.
Well, see, that's on them because, you know, I feel like that should be established in the beginning. You kind of know if a guy is ready to be serious with that or not. So you kind of set yourself up. You got to be a little bit more discerning. So it's like you're either going to deal with you on that term or not, but don't expect nothing more if a guy is not offering that to you and if he's made that clear. You can't get confused and think that it's going to be something more when it's not.
You can tell girls anything. I could be straight up front with you, like, listen, I don't want no girlfriend. I'm not looking
And
for
they'll
that.
still want something more.
Yes, and they'll agree in the beginning, like, oh, cool, like,
But a lot of women feel like they can change your mind.
why?
I can change him.
Why?
That's just how some women are. That's just how they are. They just feel like I can be the one to change him. I can be the one to make him be X, Y, and Z. It's just that's how we are sometimes. Not me, but
Not me.
you know, no, I'm not. No, I don't deal with all that. No.
I just started dealing with this girl, right? And she's one of them it girls,
Okay.
and I'm pretty sure guys buy her shit all the time.
Yeah.
And I gotta sit down and have a conversation with her, like, look, listen,
You're not one of them guys.
I am not one of them. But if I'm not giving you that, then I have to give you something, right? Like what I give off is love, affection, like things you won't get from them guys that's just spending money.
Right.
They'll spend the money so they ain't got to do all the other shit. But if I really like you, like I'm going to treat you how you should be treated,
Right.
without any money involved.
Right.
Not saying I won't spend any money, I will.
Right.
But me just cashing out, taking you to the mall so you can shut the fuck up, ain't happening. But you're gonna get attention. You're gonna get somewhat time.
Somewhat.
Somewhat.
Okay.
You're gonna love being around me. You're gonna love the energy that I give off. And I haven't had that conversation with her yet, but it's coming.
Well, she's gonna see this.
It's by the time this come out.
We're gonna have a conversation. By the
Yeah,
time.
it's gonna happen tomorrow
Yeah.
or something.
Well, hopefully she takes it well. You know, I mean, so if you know that about women like that, then why do you choose to deal with those types of women?
Well, I try to stay away from the type of women,
But you ain't staying away.
but some you just can't help yourself.
I understand that.
Like you'll tell yourself like I don't want this type of nigga, but like want to come around and you be like,
No, I don't want this type of person. I don't deal with that.
what type of person you don't want?
Someone who's unserious, someone who's playing games. I'm just gonna say someone who is unserious. I'm past that point in my life. I'm not looking for a trick or a fly out or like I'm not. No, that's not for me. So I would not deal with that. And trust me, you know, not to toot my own horn, but maybe a little. I mean, people come at me all the time. Guys in my DMs all the time wanting to do those things. Oh, let me fly you out. Like, I'm good on that. I'm not interested because I know what that means. I want to fly you out. I know what that means. Oh, you want to fly me out? You want to take me shopping, and you want to do something to that extent? Like, I'm good on that. I've done those things in my past, and I realize it's just not for me. You know, so I choose not to deal with that. So I ignore a lot of people. the messages just sit there, and I'm just like, whatever, I don't care.
Sometimes things just happen. I mean, that situation couldn't happen because you could kind of like block that. But okay, what type of guy that you don't want? Like not per se the trick, but like physically or in the physical sense.
Um, I like, I don't like someone that's on social media. Not into that. I prefer if you're not on social media. Looks don't really matter to me. Long as you take care of yourself, you're healthy, your hygiene, things like that. I don't really have a certain type of look.
Okay.
Like he doesn't have to have a six pack or something superficial like that. Just take care of yourself.
Okay, let's pause right there. Social media.
Yes.
So let's say that hypothetically,
Okay.
you started liking me. I'm on social media,
Yeah.
but the way that I make you feel, like it just you don't want these type of guys. You don't want me for real, but the way that I attracted you, that I got you, and it's like you can't. It's like damn, I like this nigga, but damn, he on social media. You just say fuck it, no, I don't want to deal with him because he on social media. You'll take a chance.
Possibly, it's really just about how you behave yourself on there. And I get it. You have a social media, you have a business and things like that, but it's just, I guess I should say someone that's like popular, like a guy that's like popular like that and follows a bunch of women and that whole thing. Like I just prefer someone that's more low key because that's how I am. I'm very private. I'm not out there like that. I'm
You got two Instagrams.
I do. For business. Do you know anything about my personal life? No, I don't share who I'm dating and what's going on in my personal life. I don't share my family. I keep my personal life very private. That is business. So that's all it is.
Do you think I'm an internet nigga?
No, I feel like you're someone who's very serious about your business. You've been telling me about the things that you're
Before
doing.
Before this.
I didn't know, but no, I kind of was like, oh, okay, I see he's trying to like do his thing. I saw your merch and all the stuff you have going on. So I'm like, okay, you're building your business and doing that type of stuff. That's completely different. It doesn't look like you're using it to, go after girls or flex and do stuff like that. Your page is pretty much strictly business.
Okay.
So that's completely different. Yeah.
So you could deal with me?
No.
Why not?
I just because.
Tell me, why?
No.
Why not?
Because
I want to know why.
I don't really have a specific reason.
Then why would you say no then?
Because I'm just, no.
Why no?
No, because you're just not my type.
You said you don't have looks.
It's nothing negative. It's just not for me.
I'm not going to take it a negative.
Not for me.
What's not for you?
You are.
How?
It's just not for me. That's the answer. I feel like no is a good answer. I don't feel like if somebody says no, you don't have to explain the answer.
You don't.
Just no.
I just wanted to know why.
Just not for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you are a great person, and I think you could be a good person to date and get to know, but not for me.
It's because what I've been saying.
No. What? I mean, you're asking. No, not for me.
Are you single?
Sure. No.
What is that on your finger?
A ring. It's just jewelry. It just matches my little bracelets and stuff. And it fits this finger better, so I kind of just wear it right there. That's all.
It's deceiving.
No, it's not. It's just jewelry. I have heard that, but it really just fits this finger better for some reason. I don't know. So I wear it there. And I don't wear it all the time because I guess it can be. But, I mean, really, I don't care. I'm not really trying to attract nobody and do nothing like that. Yeah.
How long you been in a relationship?
For a while.
What's a while?
Years.
Years?
Mm-hmm.
Is he serious?
Mm-hmm. He is.
What kind of guy is he? Rich?
Yes. Successful.
Mm-hmm.
Successful, has his own business, very driven, very, like me, very chill, intelligent, very wise. I learn a lot from him. He definitely pushes me to be great and to be better and to take life more serious. And I appreciate him for that because you don't have a lot of guys that you can date and learn from that actually want you to do better. Because sometimes guys get intimidated by women and they don't want you to, so they'll try to keep you down. They don't want you to chase your dreams and be better. So I appreciate that.
Is he older?
Somewhat, yeah.
Like, how's the gap? Like 5 year or 10 year or what?
5 to 10. Yeah.
Do you feel like women should date older guys?
I think so, yes. I like older guys. I do. So I think, it's more of a maturity thing. I really won't even say it's age. It's more of a maturity thing. So as long as his mind is mature, then that's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
You have a lot of guys that are still immature. They still want to be in the streets. They still want to date a whole bunch of women. They're not serious about life and business and things like that. It's more so, I just want to look cool on social media and not really take life serious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you tell women that if you meet a guy and he ain't serious, move on to the next?
Yes. Don't waste your time. If you are looking for something serious, don't waste your time with someone who's not looking for the same. It doesn't make sense. But if you want to just have fun and, live your life, then that's for you.
Mm-hmm.
But I really don't push that because I'm more so wanting women to focus on taking life serious. Because you'll wake up and realize you wasted so much time and now you want something serious and it's like, well, what did I do? No.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to figure out what it is that you want, set your intentions, and go after that. And don't mess with nobody that's not serious.
Mm-hmm. Don't settle.
Don't settle. No. And it's not even about like money. I know that's like a huge thing. Every girl isn't going to get a guy that's a millionaire or a billionaire. You just want a man that's responsible and takes pride in looking after you and his family if it should get to that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Never
Yeah.
settle.
Never. Men either. Never settle. Never. You should want a woman that's like you, ambitious and driven, not somebody who's just trying to suck you dry, your money and all that. You want somebody who's also driven that can inspire you. The right woman can inspire a man to be great. And likewise. Yeah.
Let's speak on that.
Let's speak on it.
Because, a lot of guys go for women that just got big booties. Right? They don't really put the time and effort into thinking of, okay, like longevity.
Right.
What can this situation what can I get out of this situation? Not
Right.
that you're aiming for something, but you really are aiming for something, because this is like a life partner, a lifetime deal. Like, why would I let you in my life and it's either going to go up or down
Right.
or stay the same?
Right.
So,
And ain't nothing wrong with a woman having, since a lot of beautiful women that have curves.
nothing
but
wrong with that.
what's here and what's in here.
Mhm.
Those are the two most important things, because you can have the shell of a pretty person but it's empty on the inside. And once you get to that point after you have sex with them, you start to realize that, what do they call that, like a post clarity?
Post clarity.
Yeah. So then you realize, I don't really like this person because she's not intelligent or wise or driven or any of that. It's just looks. And you might get tired of that. There's plenty of women that look great, but what else is there? Same for men. There's lots of guys that just want to spend money on you and do all of that, but what more?
I think women would settle with guys with the money. They would stay around. They would even marry a guy and learn
Can't
to like
just
him.
be all about that. No.
Because with the money going, it won't be nothing.
No. And you don't like the person. So if that's your only driving force, and it should be, you want a guy who is successful, of course, but that shouldn't be the only driving force. Because then you could end up with someone who's a narcissist or someone who's just crazy in general. So you want someone that does have a strong mind. Yeah.
How do you no. How do women level up? How do you tell women?
To focus on themselves. I feel like a lot of women feel like they have to seek external validation. And that's where they go wrong, because the only validation you need is from you. And once you realize that, then you can attract the things that you want. So the focus should be on you and your mental and spiritual self, because like attracts like. So when women are asking me, how can I attract this and how can I attract that? Well, water seeks its own level. It's true. So you need to focus on yourself and then let that attract itself to you. And then, of course, put yourself out there and things like that. But the focus should always be on you.
So when you say focus, is it like correcting
correcting your mistakes. A lot of people and a lot of women, I'll say in general, they have a lot of unhealed things that they're dealing with. And a lot of us don't like to take accountability. And they get mad at me when I bring that up because we don't like to hear the truth, but we do have to take accountability for our own stuff. You can't put it all on the men. And the thing is, a person is going to be who they are. We can't control other people. The only thing we can control is ourselves and what we accept. So the problem is sometimes with a lot of women, they don't set healthy boundaries, and they're looking at someone for the potential of who they are instead of exactly who they are. But when you don't know yourself and really know what you want, you'll accept anything. So that's why you really have to focus on yourself. Know what it is you want, set those intentions, and go after it.
I think they go for both sexes. They go
Absolutely.
For,
I have a few guys that I talk to, and I tell them the same things.
So focusing on yourself, correcting what you need to correct.
Yes.
I think because people will bring baggage into relationships.
They will. Unhealed traumas, bad relationships, or drama, all that good stuff. But if more people focused on healing themselves from those things and really just trying to become a better person and have a healthy mindset, I feel like a lot of people don't have that. There's so much toxicity going on, you know? So, and a lot of that is from the music, TV, how you grew up, a lot of that. So it's really just, like I said, just really focusing on what it is that you want and then attracting that.
At what point did you get like this?
When I turned 26.
When you broke up with the guy?
It was like I had a revelation and I realized, like, I want to be a better person for me. And I assessed that relationship and I'm like, okay, what did I do wrong for myself? How can I be a better person for me so that I can attract those things? So I've really just been focusing on myself and to be a better person. And then my businesses, because another thing is too, like, I always tell women to always make sure that your foundation is in order. Don't ever be solely dependent on anybody. No man, nobody, because I was. And it ended badly for me. And I would never put myself in that situation again. So make sure your foundation is in order so that you can date with real intention. Because if not, then you're being desperate. You're going to be desperate. You got to go get with somebody that has some money because you need money. You got to pay your bills and things like that. But when you have your life together and it's calm and you don't have to worry about those things, then you can really date someone for who they are instead of what they have.
Right.
Right.
And you won't accept bullshit.
You won't.
Because you don't need nobody.
You don't need that. And when you put yourself in a position when you need somebody, you're liable to accept whatever. Because it's like, I need him because I got to pay my bills or I like this lifestyle. And life is more than lifestyles. It's more than that. It's more than material things. At the end of the day, you got to live with yourself. You got to live with your own soul and the choices you make. So if you ain't making the right choices, you're going to end up miserable.
2 or 3 baby daddies.
Who?
With 2 or 3 baby daddies.
Yes, and we do have to be more careful about that. I tell women, don't have babies with men that ain't asked for your hand in marriage. It's very dangerous, especially for black women. A lot of black women die in childbirth. It's almost like a 50-50 chance. The mortality rate is very high for us. So why would you risk your life for someone who can't even give you that stability or show you that you mean that much to them to secure your life and your child's life in case something happens to him? What if? And that's also why you have to be a woman of substance, because what if something happens to him? You got to step up at that point. He's not there. So then what are you going to do? So that's why the focus has to go back on the woman.
I want to say this. Guys, you need to stop having sex with women you don't see yourself having children with.
I agree.
Because they would like have women in secrecy. They don't bring them out.
No.
Or nothing. They'll hide them. But when the baby finally comes out, it's like you look embarrassed about the girl you've been dealing with.
How? Why? Like, why are you doing that?
Why? Like, don't. Like, to protect yourself from those situations, men and women, stop having sex with people you don't see a future with. Or because a baby can come out of that.
Yeah, and it's not fair to the child. That's why we're dealing with the effects of this now. It's so many broken people wandering around because, they didn't have the parents there to properly give them what they need because the parents were broken. So only the person that's going to suffer the most is the child in this situation. And having a child is very serious. I don't want to do that with just anyone. It's a very serious thing. It's a beautiful thing, and you want to create that with someone who's also beautiful in a sense.
Right.
And I mean in spirit and mind. Yeah.
Do you have any children?
No.
You making sure that you get married first?
Yeah, I would like to be married first, but more so just have a good, healthy, strong relationship. The integrity of a man matters the most to me because you see so many women, and we see them all the time, that have kids with these guys, whether it's rappers, whomever. They don't even take care of the kids. And it's sad. How could you do that? Again, like you just said, why are you guys sleeping with these women? Not only sleeping with them, but unprotected and bringing kids into this world because you know that that's going to happen when you do that. Why are you doing that? Because you're making that child suffer, and then now you have another person growing up that's going to be messed up, that's going to go out into the world and repeat that cycle.
Right.
So we have to stop, especially in the Black community. We have to stop doing this and take having family, life and coordination seriously. Because it's a lot of brokenness. I mean, I grew up, in a broken environment, and that's why I take it so serious. I don't want to repeat that cycle.
Right.
I want to make sure that I can have a healthy relationship with someone, even if it doesn't work out, which sometimes that happens, but can we still have a healthy relationship to raise this child so that this child can have a fair chance at life? That's most important.
When I deal with people, I look at them, I assess them, and I think, and I tell myself, can I see myself, if a baby was to come,
Right.
would I be okay
Right.
with being with this person? And if I don't even know them enough for real, like I don't even have sex. I don't even want them around me for real. Because
You should be exclusive with yourself like that. Everybody shouldn't be able to have access to you like that.
I
Not at
don't,
all.
I don't understand why people don't understand that.
No, I don't either. Like, it's just, I think, I feel like part of it is just culture and environment at this point. And I don't speak for everybody. It's just from what I observe a lot and what I see. It's just normalized. It's just normalized. And I hate that it's normalized because I want better for us. I do. I want better for our people and our community. And I want us to take these things serious so that we can grow to have a healthier community of people. Yeah.
Is that why you're a coach?
I am. I want to help restore those healthy mindsets in women because you have a lot of women that they don't have healthy mindsets, and I feel like they're allowing media and society to tell them who they should be. When those people, the celebrities and the artists, that's not even who they are. It's a character that they're playing. When you look at their real life, they're married in relationships, they have children, they're happy and they're healthy. This music and all that stuff that they do is just a character that they play. And you can enjoy entertainment, but you shouldn't imitate it and actually live your life like that. It's ridiculous.
The sad part about it is that rappers, when they do be married, they don't want to broadcast that. Which it should be something that you broadcast and rap about to motivate people to go that way. But
that's not what it's about. It's having a bunch of women, having a bunch of, hoes and, freaking off. And it's just all toxic negativity. Why? Why have we gotten so comfortable with this? And I get it, it's just music, but is it really? Because it's influencing us.
Very influential. Very.
It is. And why is it a bad thing to rap about love and respecting each other? I love my woman, I treat her nice. And that's what it is. Why does it have to be, I'm dogging this girl out and did this and all this? Like, what is that?
That's the culture right now. It's like, it's so many people on social media, these platforms. It's like they're just against women,
Right?
And it's like, okay, we gotta show women that we run this shit.
Right.
Like, Y'all ain't shit. Well,
Because the women follow the men.
uh-huh.
And when there are no leaders, this is the results that you get.
Right.
When there's no leaders in the community, this is what you get.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the problem, because why is it a problem for us? And I'm just saying black men in general. Why is it a problem to show that? It's okay. It's okay to be healthy. I love my girl. I spoil her. I love my family. You know, and you can rap about that. Why does it have to be so negative and derogatory?
I think it's cool. I think it's a cool thing to have a girlfriend, to have a wife, to have children. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
You want that. You want somebody who you can trust, someone that's going to inspire you to be great. You want to build that family structure, that unit. Why don't you want that? What's cool about having a bunch of women and a bunch of baby mamas, a bunch of kids scattered everywhere? What's cool about that? I don't see anything cool about that. That's why I don't like that. I don't like anything about it. I would never put myself in that situation. I would never date people like that. It's just not for me because it's toxic.
Nick Cannon seems pretty cool. Nick Cannon seems pretty cool.
Nick Cannon is cool. I actually worked on Wildin' Out. I respect him. He gave a lot of people.
On there.
I was a Wildin' Out girl.
It makes sense now.
I was a Wildin' Out girl.
It makes sense. I seen it.
It was one part that went very viral with the Mariah Carey episode. That went very viral. But it was cool. I like him. He's a cool person. He gave a lot of us opportunities, a lot of comedians who probably wouldn't have gotten opportunity, and a lot of girls and stuff like that. I still get residuals from that. So kudos to Nick Cannon.
So you okay with what he does?
Listen, that's his life. And if all of them are okay with that, then that's fine. As long as he's taking care of his kids, they all seem like they're happy with it.
Okay, so let's
I have nothing against that.
think about this, right? This is why I don't have a problem with it. It's because you will have a lot of women out here. Well, you do have a lot of women out here that are single mothers, right? Like from statistics, I don't know the numbers, but a percentage of women are going to end up single moms with no father in the picture.
Right.
So a guy like Nick Cannon, who's going to be in these children's lives and taking care of multiple women and children, what's wrong with that? Like if it's a guy that willing to step up to the plate, okay, yeah, I don't want to be monogamous. I don't want a wife, but I'm with both sides. I could be monogamous, I could be polygamous.
Right.
When I see women that are children that are fatherless, what is wrong with the guy having multiple women that are going to be there and show love and not just be a pocket, just money. I'm going to be in these children's lives. I look up to Nick Cannon.
Nothing wrong with that. He seems like he is. And like I said, everybody seems healthy and happy. We'll see, I guess, how it plays out. But as long as he's doing his fatherly duties, respecting those women, and everybody's happy, what is wrong with that?
But you just ain't going for it.
Not me. I'm too jealous. Like, I don't like to share. That's what's mine is mine. I don't want to do with that. No.
Do you think we was always like this?
What do you mean?
This mentality that you got?
I was not. I really had to grow and become the woman that I am.
No. I'm asking the jealousy part.
Oh, yeah.
Back in history, not you per se.
Oh, you mean, I'm sorry, yeah. I think naturally, yeah, women are. And I probably feel like some of them probably feel a way like they would rather just be the only one, but they're okay with it because he's Nick Cannon.
No. Like, throughout history, right? Because I always bring the example of, like, in Africa, like when kings or had multiple women, and that was just our culture. So that's why I'm asking you, like, do you feel like it was always like that? Like, how you thinking, I'm jealous, I want what's mine?
I probably feel like they thought like that, yeah.
But they just couldn't do nothing about it?
No. They couldn't do anything about it. I mean, a lot of women didn't really have a lot of rights back then, so it's kind of like you had to be with a man. You needed him to live, to exist. You couldn't have a job. You couldn't drive. It was against the law. It was illegal to do those things. But now we have the ability to fend for ourselves. So I don't have to deal with that. I don't have to accept that if I don't want to, because I can make my own money and take care of myself. And
you're independent.
Yeah,
I don't need you niggas, basically.
Right. I want you, but I don't need you. And you should always just want someone. You should never be in a position where you need someone, because then you're putting your self-worth and your validation in their hands. And that's when you lose all control.
Never thought of it like that.
Yeah.
Valid point.
Yeah.
Valid point. Women couldn't do nothing about it.
You couldn't. You really couldn't. So that's why, you would have kings and emperors and people like that that had 10 women. It was like, yeah, I'm going to go be with him. He's wealthy, he's powerful, I can be taken care of. If I have kids, they'll be good.
Right.
So yes, absolutely. But today you don't have to do that, because I can be just as rich as a man. hmm I'm not going for it. No.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean,
I've gotten to the point in my life where I don't want to, just like you said, you can make as much money as me. I don't want somebody that I got to pour into and kind of build and kind of wait for them to develop.
right.
I don't want that no more.
No. Now, when we're in a relationship, we pour into each other, in a healthy way. But if I gotta pour into you to make you better, come ready made. Come with a healthy mindset. Don't come broken. And I tell women this all the time. Some of us need to take a step back from dating and relationships and really just focus on us, because we have issues and we're expecting the man to fix that. We think his money can fix that, his time, his attention, his sex. We think all of that can fix it, but nothing is going to fill that void if you don't work on yourself. You have to do that. It's important. Because then you can attract something healthy. What women don't realize, life is about vibration and frequency, energy. It's all around us. And whatever vibe you're giving off, that's what you're going to attract. Now, you can attract all types of people, and it's up to you to deal with that. So then you got to use your discernment, and you're like, I'm not going to deal with that. No, I'm good. But it takes you knowing yourself and trusting yourself to do that.
Do you date white guys?
I'll date anybody. I don't care. Skin color doesn't matter to me. But yes, I have.
The one you date now, is he white?
No.
Black? Why you be pausing and thinking about that?
I'm not. I'm like, yeah. Yeah. I've dated white guys before. Nothing wrong with it. Skin color doesn't matter to me. It's all about who the person is, how they treat me, how they make me feel. Yeah.
Okay. That's one question. That's the only thing I probably knew about you. Somebody told me actually.
That I dated white guys. What did I date? Yeah, I mean, what's wrong with that? I tell women to go where you are appreciated and where you will be treated right. Whether he's white, black, Mexican, whatever, Latino, I don't care. Go where you are valued. Always.
What do you tell women about sex? What do you tell women when it comes to sex and dating?
In regards to like what?
Well, as far as, okay, if you meet a guy, do you tell them not to have sex? Do you tell them to?
I tell them to wait to get to know a guy a little bit first before you jump into that, because the thing with it is sex confuses things when you do it too early, and then you'll miss out on actually knowing who you're really dealing with. And the thing with us is when we have sex with the guy, we release a chemical called oxytocin. It's a bonding chemical. That's why after the fact you're not thinking clearly, but the man is, because his clarity is there, but yours isn't. So you're kind of all over the place, and then you're like, oh, well, I think he likes me because he wants to have sex with me all the time, or because he's doing the bare minimum. But you're missing out on the actual person because you're so focused on that, and your mind is so clouded because now you're attached to him in that way. So I tell them to just wait and get to know a person first and see if, this is somebody that you actually really want to be with, and if he's the person for you. Does he check off some of those boxes? Is he showing you signs of what your non-negotiables are? And I tell them all the time, you got to have a list of things that are non-negotiable. And if he's showing signs of that, you got to move on. ASAP.
Why don't you agree with casual sex?
It doesn't serve us. How does it? Like, it really doesn't. What is the point of allowing someone to just casually have you? You should value yourself more than that. I value myself. I'm not just going to casually let some dude just sleep with me. For what? I don't need to do that to myself.
Today's episode is brought to you by Rich and Unemployed Clothing. Listen, have you guys checked out the website? Have you guys copped some merch? You can do so while watching this episode right now. So if you haven't done so, go ahead. It's right there at the bottom. Go ahead, click, go to the website, go ahead and copy some merch. Man, we got these new hoodies in. We got headscarves in. We got hats. We got caps. We got the black and gold Rich and Unemployed cap. So make sure you guys tap in, grab you some merch while watching this episode. Because listen, we're giving it to you good. Wait, pause. All right, back to the episode. Sometimes girls want to have fun. They need to feel.
And that's okay if that's what you want to do. I'm not going to ever tell girls that. I would never tell my daughter that. I have a niece. I would never tell her to just casually go out there and do that. For one, STDs, unwanted pregnancies, just a whole lot of other things. But it doesn't serve you to do that. For what? I mean, really. It's just, no.
Well, I mean, I agree with you. The only thing I didn't like, because when I posted it, it was a lot of backlash from that post. But the thing is, it's a common thing.
But see, it is a common thing, but it's also hypocritical because the same women that tell other women to do that, on the flip side, then you're like, well, I want a relationship. But what is it? Which one do you want? You can't say that men are trash, but turn around and let those same trash men bounce up and down on you. There is no sex positivity in casual sex. It does not benefit women at all. The only person it benefits is the man. And in the end, the only person that's going to get hurt is the woman. You're going to end up looking crazy. You're going to end up being a single mother.
Well, you don't think that women can get benefit from it too? Because
what? Most women don't even orgasm when they have sex. So outside of that, what really is the benefit? I mean, I don't really see a benefit in that. I don't see that. I don't see any benefits to that outside of that. And maybe to some people that's a lot, but not to me, because that's not guaranteed for you. You'll have a better sexual experience with someone when the connection is really there, when you trust him enough to be able to have access to your body, when you can lay down with him and feel safe. I can't imagine just laying down with someone and not being able to cuddle with them and saying, I love you, I appreciate you, knowing that I'm going to wake up and you're going to be there, knowing that I can depend on you. I cannot imagine that.
What do you think runs the world? Pussy? Money?
Money. Because it moves everything, even pussy. It does. And it's plentiful. It runs the world.
All right, let's take one of them out the equation. Let's take out pussy.
Okay.
If there was no pussy, I don't think money would matter.
It wouldn't. It wouldn't, because the money is there for that. I mean, the whole drive for a lot of men to have money and success is for that. At least heterosexual men, that
Right.
is. So yeah, you're right about that.
So it's kind of like a.
I guess you could say it goes hand in hand.
So
Yeah.
let's take money out the equation.
If money wasn't in the equation, then men would be lonely. A lot of them would be.
Men would be lonely if there was no money.
Hmm.
Would there be pussy?
There would be, but they probably wouldn't be able to have it. At least from certain women, maybe other women that don't care about, creating stability for themselves and their children. But the ones that like to casually just do it. But not for smart women who are focused on themselves and their future and building their lives that way, no. Money is a resource. It's something we all need to
Pussy is a
survive.
resource. Pussy is
And-
what we need to survive.
Yes,
There's no
but you
creation.
can survive without that. Absolutely, there is no creation. So it does go hand in hand. Money and sex goes hand in hand.
God didn't intend that. I'm not religious or nothing like that.
And not in the sense of like, oh, you have to like pay for it in order to get it sent, meaning that it's a resource that we have now. We need it to survive. We need it to live. We need it to take care of ourselves in that way, not in any negative way. That's what I mean. Like, just we need that to live our lives, to survive, to raise our families, and to secure our futures and things like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Yeah. I mean, it's important.
Money runs the world.
Money and women. Money and women run the world. Women definitely drive men. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, I agree with that.
Yeah.
But I think pussy runs the world.
Why do you think that? I'm just curious.
Because of course money makes things move. It makes everything move. But just like you said, it's the driving force. Women are the driving force because that's how we compete.
Right.
Right? Women. Right? If there was no women, I wouldn't even want a car. I wouldn't want half of the things that I have because there's no opposite sex. So, and then with money, before it was the actual like cash, it was like commodities. I could trade you a cow for something, or gold or something. So, a trade.
Right.
Right.
Different resources. Now we just have money. So yeah.
But I think if you had to take one thing out of the equation that we needed to survive, right? You couldn't take the pussy out because we need that for
it's
creation.
It's driving force. I agree with you.
But we could take the money out because we could just live without nothing. We could live with
if
grow.
money wasn't a factor, we could live.
We can grow everything we need.
And we would just go back to our trade and barter system, trading cows or gold or different resources like that without the physical money.
I think what you said was correct. I don't think it's a right or wrong answer. Well,
it really isn't,
right.
Yeah. But we need both.
Definitely need both.
We need both to survive.
And I remember I said it a long time ago on my page, and I asked the same question, and the guys got real offended, like, we run the world. Well, I didn't ask you that. I asked, was the money...
Not guys, like, we run the world. Well, we know that men run the world.
Right, we know that.
Right.
Like, but we're not talking about y'all. We're not talking about us. We're talking about which... But they, guys is so competitive.
They are.
Like, you know this. Like, if you ain't got to say what's understood. What's understood ain't got to say it.
I cannot. So how do you feel about women engaging in casual sex?
Well, I think it's been normalized. I don't think it's right. Because, like, pussy is power. That's why I asked you that. Pussy is the power.
They don't realize their power that they have with that. It literally is a life-creating force.
Yes.
And you should be very selective with who you allow to have access to that.
Very.
We should value ourselves. And it's funny because I posted something the other day on my blog about a guy. He was actually Muslim. And he was just saying how, I guess in their culture, they would go to the father to ask him for their daughter's hand in marriage. And then he made a comment about, a woman's body being one of her most valuable assets. Can you believe a lot of women got upset with me for co-signing that? And I'm like, I don't understand. Why wouldn't you think that about yourself? Well, that is just patriarchy, and we're just feeding into that, and men just thinking all we're valuable for. That's not what I'm saying. It is something valuable. Why would you not think that? But they got upset with me about that.
They can't think past sex.
They cannot. They don't see the bigger picture.
Right.
What is being said.
Right.
It is valuable. You are valuable, and you should always be selective about the men that you allow to have access to you. We always run around and we scream how these guys aren't this and they're not that. Then why are y'all letting these same men have access to you? It doesn't make sense to me.
Well, I think because they're still around these same men. You haven't changed your environment. So yes, you could, I don't want these type of men, I'm going to stay away from them. But if every man that's around you is the same person, you're just trying to find a different type of...
And you're not going to do that.
Different type of a different type.
Exactly. You're not going to be able to do that if you keep allowing and doing the same things. Definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, trying to get a different result. And I also tell women, if we want things to change with the men, then we have to change.
Right.
Because the men are following after the women.
Right.
That's what their whole driving force is.
Mm-hmm.
So if we want things to change with dating and how they're approaching things, then we have to stop being so easily accessible.
Very true.
We do, because that's why they think like this about a lot of us. Because there's another way. If I won't do it, there's somebody else that will.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
Fine, go away. There's
And
another girl who's 10 times as good looking.
I'm always gonna
that
find
will
them.
do it.
I will find them.
You will.
Mm-hmm.
And that becomes the problem.
But if every woman had that mindset, then that's when we could fix this whatever the fuck's happening.
Right.
But I think like women, I think that they just kind of forgot about the value of them, the pussy, the sex, because that's all we
Mm-hmm.
that's all we looking for. That's all we need.
Right.
Well, not need, but that's all we want.
Right.
And you have to change a guy's mentality.
Right. We do. If we really want things to change, we do. And a lot of that is a lot of reasons why women are like that. You can blame the sex positivity movement. You can blame, a lot of women growing up and not having, father figures or mother figures to teach them the value of themselves. So when you don't have that in your life as a child, you seek for those examples elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times it's not good examples. So you end up just learning from wherever and following what you think is cool, i.e. entertainment and media, which is leading us straight to hell. That's why things are so messed up, because the value isn't coming from the home anymore. It's coming from outside sources. And that is by design. The design has been to completely destroy the black family unit. It is. I mean, there's a book. I just ordered it and I can't wait to read it. How to destroy the black woman, the steps that have been taken to do that. And one of the things is removing the men from the household, completely removing that authority figure. And now you just have the result of it. And I don't like that. And that's why I want us to respect ourselves more and honor ourselves so that we can change the narrative.
Well, it's gonna take more than that.
Of course.
Because you're feeding your mind, you're feeding everything that's on the media is swaying that. So you could change the way you think, but if you keep getting everybody, you could change, but if everybody around you is still on the same frequency.
And a lot of them are. They argue with me about that. They get upset with me, even on my own blog. I lose lots of followers and people, and I don't care to have 1 billion people following me. I only want to speak to like-minded people. They get upset with me for saying these things when I'm like, would you rather your daughter or whomever to listen to a girl that's telling her to go sell her body, go casually do what she wants and forget about it? Would you rather her listen to someone that's telling her to respect and value herself? Which one? And I'm like, how are you upset about that? I don't know. And granted, people can do what they want, but don't get mad when nothing changes, because we are allowing this. We control this.
Right.
There's nothing more to it. Women control sex. We control how the men behave in regards to that. It's the truth. Don't you agree?
Totally agree.
Right.
100%. So when you have children,
Right.
when you have a daughter, well, both, how are you going to keep them away from that mentality? Because it's in cartoons. They slowly inject them with that.
They are, and you can try to shield your child from it as much as you can, but I really think it's just really instilling those values in your child. Really, really being hands-on and doing that. And honestly, until I'm a mother, I can't really say. I'm not. But what I do know is I would 1,000% do that. I would instill confidence in her. I would instill those values in her. And I would completely be in her life and her father. And that's why it's important to pick wisely, choose wisely who you have kids with. Because if you don't, then you won't get that. And that's why you shouldn't just have kids with anybody, because I could be that great person, but it will still be that void that's missing if her dad is not there.
Mm-hmm.
Our dad is the first person that we love and seek to as an example of the type of men that we entertain and date. And when that is missing, you'll go seek for that in all types of things and end up making a lot of mistakes. It's important.
Mm-hmm.
And he got to have a healthy mindset. He got to be healthy. So it's very, very, very important to choose wisely.
Was your dad in your life?
No, he was not. Mm-mm. He was not. So that's why I had to change and learn and heal from those things to become a better woman.
So did you ever try to find that dad figure within the man that you were dealing with?
I did. I've made lots of mistakes, and I've been very honest about this on my blog. I have, until I realized what I was doing. Like, I realized I had those issues, and I had to fix them to be better.
How do you fix that?
Through therapy, through accountability and acceptance. The number one thing that you have to do is accept that it wasn't there, it's never going to be there, and be okay with that. And from there, I can start my healing journey to repairing my self-esteem inside because of that. And it's a journey, and it might take the rest of your life, who knows, but it's something that has to be done. Yeah. Was your dad in your life?
No.
Yeah.
He wasn't disappeared, but
Yeah.
he was like a friend.
Right.
So my mom left him, and because had another family.
Right.
And then so she moved to a whole other state. She moved from Jersey to Atlanta. So I mean, he could have tried harder, like calling all the time and trying to make sure he was in our lives, but he just didn't.
Right. Same thing for me. Like, I should have explained it a little better. He was there, but just wasn't a father.
Right.
You know, he did things financially, and I guess a lot of guys too think that they can just give money and that will replace the father aspect, but it doesn't, because then you grow up and you realize, oh snap, I had that issue with my dad. He wasn't there, and that bothers me. And it's also interesting how the world likes to blame women for having daddy issues, but they don't ever talk about the men that created those issues. Because that's where it comes from. Yeah. So men have to start taking accountability for that. Regardless of how you feel about the mother, still be in your child's life, regardless. Because they're going to grow up and realize that you weren't and have issues behind it. Yeah.
I don't know who I would have been if my dad was in my life, but I had a rough life.
Yeah, a lot of us did. I did too. I grew up very poor. I lived in homeless shelters. You know, sometimes there was no heat, hot
With
water.
your mom?
With my mom.
Siblings too?
I have a brother and a sister. Lived in a homeless shelter. And when you're young like that, you don't realize what it is. Like, it was cool for us, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a lot of kids there. It was other families. It was for women only, though. And it was cool, but it wasn't until I grew up and I'm like, wow, that really happened. It was rough. And then growing up in the hood, you know, you have to put on that tough exterior because it's not safe to really just let loose and be a feminine woman in a sense in that environment, because you can get attacked from the women and you can get attacked from the men. So you really create this hard exterior to protect yourself from that. So you don't get the chance to really just be a girl.
Right.
Yeah.
Where you from?
From Athens, Georgia.
Athens.
I'm from Athens.
Country.
I'm from the country. I'm a country girl.
Who would have thought?
Yeah. So again, that's why it's so important for me to break that curse, because of what I've been through. And I don't want to keep that going. No.
Well, to me, it seems like you know your worth. Like, I get that from you, and you're just not accepting anything.
I'm not, because I have before, and it didn't make me feel good. It didn't improve my life. It made it worse. And I'm very open and honest with that. I'm not ashamed, because I've accepted that, because I've grown. And that's what life is about. It's about growth. It's about acceptance, change, and growth. Yeah.
Such a beautiful, beautiful soul.
Yeah, so that's why I love being a coach, because I really, if anybody can change their life around and become a better person or become the person they want to be, they can do it because I did it. Even when people thought that I couldn't do it or said that I couldn't, all of the crazy things that's happened in my life, I've still been able to do that because I'm in control of my life and I'm in control of how things go, and it's up to me to change that. So that's why I'm so passionate about this, because we need it. We need more positive examples out here, you know, preaching to women and helping them instead of all this toxic, you know, get the bag, run it up, whatever
Mm-hmm.
mindset. Yeah.
Have you heard of the red pill, blue pill?
I feel like I have, but I don't know much about it.
It's like a man thing.
What is it?
I can't really explain it to the full capacity, but because I'm not into it, but it's like a new thing. Well, actually, red pill, blue pill, purple pill. So the red pill is more like the masculine man that just ain't taking shit from no bitches. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like they like the high level guys. They have multiple women.
Mm-hmm.
They don't let women use them. They don't spend money on women for real. Like they're not just courting women. Like that's the red pill guy. And then they have the blue pill guy, was like the sucker type. Either red pill or you blue pill, you're a sucker.
What's a sucker?
I mean, in that term, it would be like a pushover. Um, maybe you being romantic. Um,
Yeah, because I see guys sometimes calling dudes simps for
simps.
taking care of their woman, and I'm like, I'm confused. How are you a simp for spoiling and treating your woman nice?
Maybe it's not your woman, but just women. Like
Why wouldn't you?
so like if I meet, like, just for example, I'm the girl that I told you I just started
Yeah.
dealing with. Um, I started buying her shit.
You
Or
like her. Why
right.
not?
I don't think it's simpish. I think it's just how you do it. Like if you ain't got the pussy yet, you just doing that.
I don't think that's a simp at all.
Well, of course you're not gonna think so. Well, of course you
I
not.
mean, just in general, if I was a man, I would love to spoil beautiful women. I would love to.
You're a woman.
Mhm.
I don't see a problem with spoiling your woman, but for you to go spoil a woman that you're only dealing with for like a couple weeks, for her to go to the next guy,
Right.
I feel,
I can agree.
I feel like
I can agree
the
with that.
reason I don't spend money to have sex, because I feel like I got other attributes that I could use. I got other things, that my mouthpiece, my looks, my charm.
Yeah, your personality,
You know,
your
I could use
integrity,
that
all that.
versus
Yeah.
I like the thrill of it. You know, just
Right.
buy you something and then have sex. Like it's nothing, no connection or nothing. I don't even like having sex with women that I don't have a connection with. Like sometimes,
That's what we was talking about earlier about that connection.
sometimes my
That's
shit don't work.
right.
Like, and I be like,
Right.
damn, what's going on? Like, but it's not. I ain't been connected with you. Like when I was younger, I could, but like now it's like I don't. I don't even want to just bring anybody in, because you might get stuck with a baby or some shit.
You might get stuck with a baby and some soul ties and
But
all
yeah.
type of drama you don't want. For what? For the thrill of sex? No.
So like I don't never try to be like, I ain't trying to be no simp. I know I'm not a simp. I know I'm not. Like I don't need someone telling me what a simp is.
Right.
I'm just not going for anything. But like they're trying to like make men think that you have to be a certain way. Don't be like this with women.
Mhm.
And I was trying to say, like, it's nothing. It's okay to be romantic. Like
Yeah.
it's okay to buy flowers and treat women nice and hold hands and open doors. Like chivalry not dead,
It's
but
not.
it's a lost cause in this society.
Right. It is. And, I feel like guys that say things like, because I have women that say to me, like, oh, I told him I want flowers. And he's like, well, you don't buy me flowers. I feel like those guys are simps. And those are the feminine guys that I was talking about earlier that say things like that to women when they're like, oh, I want flowers, or little things like that. And they're like, well, you don't buy me nothing. You don't pay for dates, and you don't, buy me like stuff. Like, what is that? I don't understand that. Like, you should buy your woman, not just random women, but your girl. You should buy her flowers. It's simple things. It costs $10 to make her smile.
Cost $14 at Publix.
$14 to buy her some flowers, and you talking about why you not buying me no like what? Now if you are a guy that maybe likes gifts too, because some guys love language might be he likes gifts.
Yeah.
Then that's fine, but you have a lot of men that feel like they're a simp for simply just treating a woman nice, and that's the part I don't understand. You're a girl, like why wouldn't you? And then you expect her to be this certain type of woman for you, but you're not creating that space. And a lot of guys have to realize, if you want a woman to be submissive and feminine and all of that, you have to create that space for that to happen, because we have to feel safe enough to let our guard down to offer that to you, to know that it's safe for me to be that way with him, because he's not going to take advantage of that.
Right.
He's going to appreciate that, and he's going to continue to let me be that way. And they don't realize that. They try to force it, and it never works. Trust me. You treat a woman right. I'm not just talking about spending money. I mean just in general. She will be the best person to you naturally, because she feels safe.
Right. Now, I'm not like that with all women. Yeah. But because I don't want them to be submissive to me.
You got something right there.
I don't want to open that door. How long that been right there? How long that been right there?
I just saw it, literally. Yeah.
But y'all don't want to open that door for women, like to make them that comfortable. So like, if you don't see me showing that, then
and then that's when they should be like, I'm out. Right. But they won't. They'll stick around, and they wonder why. Well, he's not doing this. Well, girl, he never was. Why did you think
sex won't make it happen?
No, and that's the thing. A guy can say whatever. His actions gonna tell you everything you need to know. Don't listen. You can listen to what he's saying, but his actions have to align with the words. Right. And if his actions ain't aligning with it, he's not into you. Get over it. There ain't no amount of being sexual, and a lot of women think, oh, if I can just do this and do that, no. A man ain't gonna change his mind because you put it on him in a certain way. He will do that because he wants to, and maybe he sees something valuable in you to want to do that. Ain't nothing you can do about that. You just got to be a valuable person of yourself, and hopefully somebody can see that and want to appreciate it.
I'm gonna be that guy that start preaching being more romantic.
You should. You have an audience. I think you should do that.
I am.
You should encourage these guys to be, more romantic and loving. And it's okay to love on your girl and to treat women nice. Even if you are just dating women, just treat them with respect and kindness. Even if you run into women who you feel like don't even respect themselves, still show them grace. Don't be that guy. Just show them grace and then let it be. Don't be that guy.
That's me. See, people will call it simp, right?
Like, that ain't no simp. That's a man.
Like if I got a girl that I'm dealing with that's like quote unquote a hoe, like everybody had, and I treat her nice and like, damn, bro, you simp as fuck. Like at the end of the day, she's still a woman. Like,
that's a woman. She's someone's daughter. She has feelings.
Not saying that I'm a wifer, but if you're around me, I'm not gonna just talk to you disrespectfully. Right. I'm still gonna treat you like any other woman. Right. Hold your hand, open doors, maybe buy you flowers, but right. I don't see nothing wrong with that at all. Like, if you're dealing with me, I want you to like, every time I come around, like, you love my energy. Right. It's not just because I don't know what you dealt in the past, right. But why are you right here with me? Right. This the situation.
You're right. Don't add to her trauma that she already has
right.
had.
Because it's definitely some trauma.
It is. Right. Whether it came from childhood or other guys, and women too, just show people grace. Right. Show him grace, show her grace. Let's just all be graceful to one another. There's no reason
world would just be a better place.
It would be a better place. There's no reason to be toxic. And if it ain't for me, I'm gonna let you know, and I'm gonna keep it moving. That's just what it is.
Another thing too. Hold on. Another thing too. Men treat their homeboys better than they do women. Like, they be so like.
Because some of them secretly want them. I mean, that's the only explanation to me. What's the reason to treat your bros better than your woman? Like, come on now, because y'all like each other like that.
They.
I'm convinced. Ain't no other explanation to me. Yep,
It's like they hate women.
they do. I feel like not all men, but I do feel like some guys really do hate women because they really are homosexuals.
This is going viral.
It's true.
Mm.
Because what other reason is it? Or they have mommy issues or something, but still, that's no excuse. Mm-mm. I feel like it is. Just living your truth, man. Living your truth.
If you're gay, just say that.
just say that and embrace that. It's okay. Nobody cares. It's 2022.
Yeah, people care.
I mean, I would care, but I don't care if a guy is. I don't care if people are gay. Do what you want to do, but not for me. And you also have guys. Now the thing is, when I talk to women, guys are bisexual, and they want women to be accepting of that. And if you're not, they're calling you a homophobe. It's the thing. I was like, what? Yeah.
Hold on. So you saying that guys are starting to be open with women about their sexuality, and then
Yes.
and they want women to be okay with it.
They want women to be okay with them being with both men and women. And if a woman's like, what? No. Oh, what are you, a homophobe? Yeah. It's insane. The stories that I hear from women they deal with guys.
Well, applaud to the guys that come out and say it, because you could not say nothing.
Right. Grateful for them for doing that, but you can't get mad because nobody wants to accept that. Traditional women want a traditional man. I could never respect a man that's like, oh, I like men. Like, what? How can I compete with that? How can I respect that? I can't.
Mm-hmm.
No, I can't imagine you being. I can't. Oof, no. Mm-mm.
But you're not homophobic.
Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
I have no problems with people living in their truth. Just not for me.
Right.
No. Mm-mm. I do think there is a push to feminize men and make them be more like that. I do feel like that.
Mm-hmm.
I do. But I'm not against it.
Have you ever dealt with a woman?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay.
I like men, and that's it.
What if your man wanted a threesome?
Not for me. I will immediately end the relationship if you ask me for that.
Immediately.
Yes.
What was this a question?
Don't ask me. Okay, yeah. No. No. Absolutely not. If I'm not enough, then be single and then go do that with somebody else. I'm not interested. Don't ask me nothing like that. No.
Are you crazy?
I'm crazy?
No, I'm saying,
Oh.
like you would say, are you crazy?
No. Like, I just feel like, what?
Well, what if you, okay, the relationship you're in now, right? Let's just say, okay, everything's going good. He's the perfect guy. And, babe,
I'm out.
wait, but I'm the perfect guy. Like, who's about to get married?
I'm out.
He was just curious.
No. Then at that point, go be single and do that. But I'm not finna, no.
Okay.
I get what you mean. Like, he's just asking a question. I would be offended, but I would be highly offended.
Okay, let's say, 20 years into a marriage. And things just are stale.
There's other things that can be done to spice up a relationship. I'm not bringing another woman into...
Would you let him, not threesome, but have sex with another woman?
No. Absolutely not. would you let your woman have
We're
sex?
not talking about me here.
No, not
We
you.
not- oh.
Not you, but just in general, like a general question. Like, I would ask the same question. Like, would you let her go have sex with another man? Probably not.
As I'm getting older, though, right? Listen,
Really?
as I'm getting older, I feel like people shouldn't control people.
You shouldn't.
I think that well, listen, I just seen this clip. The guy said, this is not how I think. I'm just saying this is what he said. He said, yeah, like if my girl felt like she wanted to have sex with another guy, like I wouldn't mind. Like I'm here to be her partner in life. So if she chooses to do that, like suck a dick or like whatever, like I still love her, be with her.
And hey, every relationship is different, and if that's what works for your relationship, then I think you should do that. But for me personally, I'm not into those types of things.
Sharon.
No, I'm very possessive, and I like what's mine. And I want to do, if I love you and I care about you, I want to do whatever to make you happy. Just not that.
Not whatever, but just
Just but yeah,
not whatever.
just not that. Like not that.
So you feel like you're gonna be married for the rest of your life, and your man is not gonna step out on you?
It's a possibility, and this is something that we talk about on my blog a lot, like men cheating, especially when you're dealing with certain type of men, high net worth men that have access to women that are throwing themselves at them. You know that that's going to happen. It's a choice of whether you're going to deal with that or not. And what are you going to do if you're faced with that? Me personally, I'm not going to stick around if I find out that you're cheating on me. But in the back of your mind as a woman, do you know that that's something that could happen? Yes. But you don't focus on that. You don't think about it. You enjoy your relationship. You love your man. You respect him until if that arises. But I'm not going to accept that. 20 years, 30 years, I don't care. I'm not. No.
So you was 70 years old, and you found out your man cheated on you. You're gonna leave him and be lonely.
I won't be lonely. I would have my self-respect and my dignity. And that's worth more than sticking around with somebody and being unhappy. I have been cheated on before in a relationship, and I did try to overlook that, but I was not happy with myself. And I felt like I was showing him that I don't have no self-worth because he kept doing it. And I eventually left the relationship because it's like, I'm not happy. How can I sleep every night knowing that you're doing that? You're going out and doing that and coming home to me, kissing me and laying next to me. It's like, if you cheat on me, I feel like you'll smother me in my sleep. You'll kill me. You'll do anything. You'll steal from me. You'll kill me. You'll rob me. You'll do anything. That's how I feel.
If I cheated on you,
You'll smother me in my sleep. Because I wouldn't do that to you. I don't care how much temptation is out there. I would never.
now, do you feel like a man can love more? He can love you and love someone else,
I feel like he could love me and maybe desire others.
but he can't love nobody else.
I feel like maybe he could, but I do feel like guys can love his woman but still go do that because men don't operate with sex the same way. With us, it's definitely more emotional. With men, I don't feel like it's quote unquote the same. Like you can have sex with a girl and move on with your life and not care and be like whatever. The same with men that go and hire working girls. They love those women, but no, they don't. They're just having a good time and they go back home to their wives.
I don't feel like it's nothing wrong the way you think, because you can attract anything. You can manifest any type of life that you want.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just for me personally, as a woman who has just been on a journey to restore my healthy mindset, as I've said, I just don't want those things in my life. And I do believe, and it is possible to have healthy relationships. And now things arise in a relationship. You with somebody for 10 years, those things might come up. And when it comes up, then you got to deal with that in your relationship. So you got to make a choice. What are you going to do? And in that 10-year span, he probably has stepped out on you. I better not ever find out, because if I do, I'm done. I'm done. And you can go have all the fun you want, just not with me sitting here suffering. Yeah.
I don't think all these women are gonna be as strong as you.
That's them, because I think a lot of women, their validation lies in having a man. That's not where my validation is. I want you, and I desire you. I respect you. I love you. But I'm not going to ever be to the point where I need you so bad that I'm going to put my self-worth to the side just to have you. I can't. I mean, no. Because dealing with a person like that, that stress will age you and literally drain you dry. It will drain you dry. And I will never put myself in that position. And this is why I tell women to always have your own money. Ladies, always have your own money. Always. Because when you do, you don't have to put yourself in positions like that. You can make the choice to be like, I'm out of here. I'm out. I'm not going to deal with this. I love and respect myself too much to deal with this. But when you put your whole life in the hands of somebody else, you feel like you're stuck. And like I said, I've been there before, and I couldn't leave because I didn't have no money and nothing like that to leave, so I stayed. And I was not happy with myself. And it started to show physically and mentally. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So my thing is restoring healthy mindsets. So that's what I'm on a mission to do. Yes.
I need to get on my mission then.
You should. You have a great platform, and I think you can help, on the male side and the women's side too, just to change things around. I think it's people that have a voice, it's our responsibility to, try to put more healthy things out there. We have enough toxic stuff and a lot of negativity. We need more healthiness.
I think so. I think that could be like my niche, because it's a lot of guys that's against, that.
They are.
And for me to be that person, like, it's gonna be a lot of guys that come after me. Oh, you simp ass nigga.
Oh, well, nobody checking for them. Any man that has something to say like that, again, is a complete lost cause.
Well, they're gonna think like, you just doing it for the women. But it's really who I am though. Like, I really do love women. Like, I love women.
Right.
Like, not just in a sexual way, but
Right.
fucking women.
Right.
I got mom, a sister. Like, why not?
Right, and that's the thing I don't understand. These same guys, like, how would you feel if somebody treated your mother, your daughter, your sister like the way that you're treating women?
If you got that same mindset, like, your daughter has to be, like, she has to grow up and deal with men that's gonna think like you,
right?
And your sister, and like your aunt, like.
And that's what they fear the most. But then don't be that. Be the different example. Why is it wrong to be that? It's not. Yeah.
Found my calling today.
Thanks to me. It's okay. Give me my props.
It's been a lovely conversation.
It has. It's been great. Like, I really am glad that I came on here. I like your mindset. It's very cool. I like what you have going on. And I really hope that, you continue to do what you do and push out the healthiness that we need in our community. We need more of that. Yeah.
I could come off toxic sometimes.
Yeah, I will say initially when I first saw it, I was like, is this one of those? Yeah. But then I was actually looking at some stuff, and I was like, oh, no, he's not. He's not. But initially I could have thought that. Yeah.
You have to really, like, listen to what I say.
Yes.
Because, like, I post things so people can, like, be like, what?
Right. Shock factor.
Right. So you have to, like, really listen, because, like, in between the lines, I say what's needed, but I gotta say, like, the bullshit.
Right.
Because people are not gonna tap in for real. Or the title or the caption might be like, what? My one caption was like, women are stupid. Well, women can be stupid. And that one, it went viral, but I was saying, like, women are so, like, gullible.
They
like,
are.
You let guys just say whatever to you, and
They do.
and you fall for this shit.
I say the same things and they get so mad at me, like, oh, you're caping for the men, but we do.
It's true.
How can a guy talk you out of your sex and your energy, and he didn't have to do anything but say a couple of words?
Mm-hmm.
That's all it took. You
Right.
don't value yourself as much as you think you do if that's all it took.
Mm-hmm.
Because, come on now. No. And we have to admit that in order to change.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's been great. I enjoyed this.
So what's next for you, Coach?
What's next for me? I just moved into a new office today, actually. So I'm very excited about that. I'm rebranding my brand after 7, creating my own pieces, because I was doing wholesale, but now I'm designing my own pieces now. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm focused on taking my coaching to the next level. That's where I'm at with it. And
What's the next level?
I need to be more visible. I don't really put a lot of videos of myself out there talking and doing things. It's more so just post and stuff like that. So I do want to create more visibility for myself with what I'm saying. So that's what I'm doing. And I partner with the company Women Financial Power to help women, prepare for retirement and securing their future. Because if you don't end up marrying somebody or making a lot of money, how are you going to take care of yourself when that time comes to retire? And so we have to start thinking about those things now. And so I recently set up a retirement plan for myself, and I also have certain clauses in there, like a disability clause. Let's say I get hurt tomorrow, God forbid. There's a clause in there that will make sure that I'm able to take care of myself for the rest of my life in case that happens. And then when I do retire, I get a certain amount of money every year when I retire for the rest of my life and things like that. Because a lot of us feel like, oh, our job is going to be our retirement, our business. That's not guaranteed. Businesses go up and down every day. You need something stable. So, I'm pushing that out there so that more women can do that for themselves. Because we need that stability. Instead of solely depending on a man to give that to us, we got to have that for ourselves. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, so.
Empowering.
Yeah. I'm happy about that.
Not just relationships, but I like that.
All types of things, yeah. Not just relationships, but that is my focus. But, yeah, we got to secure our future. Yeah.
I mean, that's how you draw them in. You draw them in with the relationship stuff, and then all of it makes sense.
All of it makes sense.
It's not just about a man. It's about
not.
you.
It is. It's all about the woman. In order to attract a like-minded person, you have to be that like-minded person.
Be that person.
You have to be what you want. And a lot of us don't realize that. You have to be what you want. So when they ask me, well, how do you attract a guy like that?
I am
her.
I am. Because you want this rich guy. You want this guy that has checked all these things off the list, but you ain't looking at your list.
Right. And looks ain't going to keep him, honey.
I said this too, right? I said that you got to think about the person that you want. What do they want?
Right.
And are you that person?
Right.
And if you ain't, then you don't stand a chance.
You're not going to stand a chance. So you have to be that person. You have to be that woman. And ultimately, it's just about being a woman of substance and not just thinking your good looks or your sex is enough to keep a guy, because there's plentiful of that to go around. What is different or unique about you that will make that person fall in love with what's in here versus this? Now, initially, he's going to like that, but after a while, it's like, okay, what next?
Yeah, I walk outside. There's plenty of that.
Right, it's plenty of those. Beautiful women everywhere. But what is different? And that's what's missing. There isn't a lot of substance out here. A lot of that is missing, and we need to bring that back.
Have you read The Art of Seduction?
I have. Not fully, but a little bit, yeah.
What'd you get out of it?
Being a woman for yourself. And I feel like what it's teaching us is to just how to mold ourselves into a powerful woman that is just intoxicating, not just sexually, but mentally, spiritually, physically, on all levels. It's just giving you the game on how to improve yourself, talents that you already have. Because I'm not into manipulation. I'm into just becoming a better person and letting that mold out for life.
I don't think it's manipulation. I think it's more just psychology, just understanding
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
And if you understand people, then
Yeah, I agree with that. Absolutely. Yeah. This has been great.
it's been awesome.
It has.
Shout out to Gina.
Shout out to Gina, my girl Gina. Shout out.
to Gina.
Yes. She's a great person.
Love
One
her.
of my good friends.
How long have you been friends?
Oof. We've been knowing each other for, God, almost 10 years. We did a movie together, Candy, and down in Texas. That's how we met.
Oh, wow.
It's on Amazon, Tubi, all that.
Didn't know that.
I mean, it's a gangster movie.
Gangsta Gina.
Both of us. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Interesting.
The movie was like, so I'm Candy, which is like the girl that's like the lead, and it's like me and 3 other girls, and we're like these big time like drug dealer girls in Texas trying to take over. That was in my past life, I don't do that no more.
You a drug dealer?
My past life in the movie.
Oh.
No, in the movie, that's the role that we're playing. So we're like these gangster chicks. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
But we both have leveled up, though. We both did together. So
I don't know about her past life, but the image that I see of her now is like,
yeah,
it's motivating.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, you're on YouTube? That's what I wanted to ask you.
I am, but I don't really
What?
do it like that.
Are you crazy?
I need to. I said I was going to. It's because I'm just so like, I'm going to start doing more of it.
I'll give you the cheat code in a second.
Okay.
What?
I need to, huh? I know I need to. I know.
Crazy. Let me ask you one more question.
Okay.
So the guy that you're with, let's just say he wanted a prenup. How would you feel about that?
I'm okay with that. I would just put clauses in there that benefit me.
What clauses?
If you cheat, if you do this, if you do that, I'll make sure I'm good.
Okay.
And if you don't agree with that, I'm not signing it.
You smart.
Yeah.
You're smart.
So I tell women it's okay to sign a prenup. Just put clauses in there that make it beneficial for you as well. Marriage is a business first. And love, it kind of comes second in that. I mean, the love is there and all that. I'm not saying that. But it is. It's a business. Everybody knows that. 2 people coming together to build, this commodity, this business together.
Everybody don't know that.
Well, they should. And it's beneficial. It creates generational wealth and stability in a sense. So, yeah. So, nothing wrong with a prenup. I would sign it. But I'm going to make sure I'm good, though.
Facts. Thank you. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you.
Great. Thank you.
You got 2 pages, right?
Yes, A Virgo World and Simply Sheneka.
And the A Virgo is more personal? Which one?
That's my personal page.
Personal that she doesn't really post, but...
I do post my stories. You got to look at my stories.
Oh, the stories. Okay.
Yeah, I post in my stories a lot.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
All right.
But you ain't going to get nothing personal, private, so don't be expecting that. You're just going to get, what I'm doing, my little fabulous life that I have.
The fabulous life,
Yeah.
It's been another episode of Rich and Unemployed Uncut. Until we meet again, peace out.